Are we going to see the flashback of anything pertaining to that, or that's just what she is now? It's kind of just the way that she is now, and I'm pretty happy about that. I've been trying to get the haircut in for a while, and now it kind of makes a lot of sense, I think. So it's pretty good.
What kind of fight training you went through for this?
I mean, I'm still going through it. still learning a lot. But I've been doing a lot of weightlifting. Hitting the gym a lot with my trainer, Brady Roberts, who tortures me on a daily basis for at least an hour every day of the week, like 7 days a week, Sundays even. And basically I've been working, I don't know if I can reveal with the other trainers that I've been working with, but I have been focusing on weightlifting and just kind of getting my mobility going, and I've been hitting a few fronts, like kind of like dabbling in almost everything the show has been offering, so it's been kind of nice.
Have you done martial arts?
Oh, okay, yeah. Yes, that's right. They have revealed some of the katana, which has been awesome. That's been one of my favorite things that I've been able to learn to do. It's like crazy awesome martial arts sword training. And that has been amazing. I don't know if I can reveal too much about it, though.
Is it fun to do the action sequences now that maybe you didn't do in past seasons?
It's probably my favorite part about my job. That's half the reason why I signed on to Arrow in the first place is because, you know, the teasing of Speedy was in the pilot, and so I kind of just had this idea, all right, I'm going to inevitably, if I'm on a DC show, maybe I'll suit up and start to get to do some awesome stuff. And it's slowly starting to happen, so I'm quite happy about it.
Have you done the salmon ladder yet?
Oh, God, no. I have not. Katie Lotz is like a legendary woman in my mind because she's like the only female who's actually been able to prove it to us, and it's like, okay, well.
Well, this week's next episode is a big one for you to do the flashbacks. What can you tease about the hour?
Ooh, I mean, you guys saw the little bit of the place that I've been, or Thea's been, Corte Maltese. She's been there since she hopped in that limo with Malcolm, and as you can see, he's been kind of putting her under his wing a little bit for the last 5 months, so she's been up to, not necessarily up to no good, she's just been up to something a little bit different for Thea.
What can you say about the relationship with Malcolm? And, you know, obviously there's a lot of reasons not to just trust the guy, but now that we pick up with him a few months later, you know, is there some trust there, or is there still a lot of wariness?
I think that there is weirdly some trust there between Thea and Malcolm, because obviously they have this, you know, blood relation, and Malcolm has kind of proven the fact that he wouldn't want to put Thea into harm's way, really. He does actually care for her because he does know that she is his blood and kind of the last living that he has right now. So I think that there's obviously, knowing Malcolm's past, there's definitely this kind of weird, it's definitely hard for Thea to trust him, but I think over the last 5 months, she's kind of gotten to know Malcolm in a different way than everybody else has seen him. So she's definitely, they have a different type of relationship than you would expect from them off the bat.
Well, the relationship has progressed to the point where she is openly saying, like, thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
In these flashbacks, are we going to be seeing them grow closer together as a father-daughter relationship?
Yes and no. They're definitely, you're just going to see a very interesting father and daughter relationship. The Thea Queen and Malcolm Merlin relationship is not going to be anything anywhere near normal, and I don't think anybody would expect it to be, but it's I don't know if I can reveal too much about it. You'll definitely see in the next episode. It will pretty much explain their relationship the way that it is right now in the next episode.
Thea was so adamant about leaving Starling City behind. What could possibly pull her back to that city?
I think the one thing that could always pull her back is Oliver, and her love for him and that side of her family, as well as Roy. She has a lot in Starling City, of course, it's her home. But right now I don't think that she has anything in her mind to go back. I think she's kind of found a new Thea Queen and is very happy with who she is at the moment.
When the producers told you who Thea's father was, did you think back to the notion that she was trying to hit on Tommy in season 1?
Oh, yes, I did. As well as I thought about the pilot when Tommy's talking about Thea and like how like she's, what did he say? Like how she's grown into a hot something. I don't know. It was just kind of creepy now knowing the circumstances. But, yeah, it's definitely a little interesting thing going back there, thinking about that one.
Can you teach a little bit about the first time that Thea sees Oliver? Because Stephen was telling us a little bit about how he knows that truth is going to be the thing that kind of draws her back, but not exactly how much truth is the question. And so can you talk a little bit about that?
When Oliver sees Thea in Corte Maltese. Yeah, I mean, he does definitely start to open up to her a little bit more, because the main reason why she had to leave is just because of all of the lies and everything that she's just been battling through for the last 2 seasons. And in all honesty, Malcolm, yes, he is who he is, but the one thing that he hadn't done to Thea was lie to her about who he was. He's very open and honest about it, so I think that's something very interesting about their relationship. But pertaining to Oliver and Thea, when it comes to, you'll see definitely in the next episode, he definitely tries to open up to her and be more honest with her, but it's not, I mean, it may be in the way that we think, but it also might not be. It's really hard when they tell you these are things that you're not allowed to say, and these are questions you get asked.
What about her relationship with Roy when she comes back? What can you say about that?
There's always going to be a lot of love and a huge bond between Thea and Roy. They definitely shaped each other into the people that they are right now. I think they grounded each other in amazing ways and are very aware of that with each other's relationship. I don't think that they're going to be rekindling anytime soon, but there's definitely always that hope in the future.
What do you want out of life right now? Like, what are her goals?
Oh God, Thea's goals are just to be whole again. That's something that she continuously has always tried to find, and I feel like the moment that she's gotten to a good place, something that just kind of knocks her back down again, and she's just kind of in a place where she doesn't ever want to be hurt, and she won't really let anybody hurt her, so she's kind of in more of a stronger place with herself. But out of life, really, I think that I think she might be a little torn and a bit lost at the moment with that, trying to figure that one out, having this whole Malcolm Merlin discovery and now having this new relationship with him, and not being in Starling City. There's definitely a lot of things that I think are up in the air for her at the moment, but she's just she's one of those people that are right now taking everything day by day, kind of.
Kind of following up a little bit on that. Is her grief over her mother's death being addressed at all this season, or is it kind of just implicit in her actions and her, kick-ass attitude that she's been burned and she can't really deal with another loss?
I mean, there's definitely a lot of the kick-ass attitude inside of her right now that's showing how strong she's become over the last 5 months, and she definitely has been dealing with the loss for a while. But I think it'll always kind of seep back into her. She's always going to be the little girl who watched the horrifying thing happen to her mother. And I don't think that could really leave anybody easily.
Well, both